Okay, so here's a video for everyone that is in the family court or may end up in the family court. Look, you may be worried about it because it's quite understandable. You're going to court for your children or your finances, but it's probably not as scary as you think it's going to be. First of all, it's worth remembering that you're not going to see judges in wigs and robes. That doesn't happen. That happens in the criminal court. If you go to a family court hearing in a combined court, that's one where they do criminal and family court and other civil matters, you might see people wandering around, but it's not going to happen in your hearing. No judges in wigs, no barristers in wigs, no one in robes, apart from maybe the clerks of the court, and there'll be the harassed people running backwards and forwards with black robes on. They're the ones just sorting out paperwork, making sure that people are available, making sure people are safe, answering questions. But they're all perfectly nice most of the time. Most of the time they're nice. They get harassed like everyone else. They are human. What does the court look like? It can vary massively. The court buildings could be anything from Victorian buildings all the way through to really modern stuff. If you go to Manchester Court, for example, it's all glass, it's all very modern. It looks pretty much like an office. Once you get into the courtroom itself, there are rows of desks. The judge or the magistrates obviously sit at one end and you face them at the other. There can be 1, 2, 3 rows of desks all facing you. There are microphones, there are books often around, but it looks like a big office really. You'll see the crest, the royal crest behind the judge and the magistrates. In the older courts, of course, it can be a bit more old-fashioned. So, for example, if you're going to courts like Taunton, I think, or the Royal Courts of Justice, of course, which my partner McConnell always says it looks like Hogwarts on speed, that's pretty much more old-fashioned, although there are more modern stuff around the back, really 70s buildings. With that sort of thing, once again, there'll be a royal crest, there'll be a judge. The judge will be sitting higher up on that one, but it's no biggie. The way the judges are and the magistrates, they can vary. They can be really, really nice. They can be a bit more formal and stiff. I think that judges and magistrates go on lots of training courses on how to be nice to people. Seriously, I've seen a big difference over the years. It's changed a lot. Most of the judges that will come across as reasonable guys. So yeah, I hope this helps. It's nothing to be scared of. The court knows that people find family court really, really intimidating. Do you know, when I went to court, I used to puke on my way to the hearings. But it's not as scary as you probably think. A lot of it can be solved outside the courtroom, and that's what the court encourages. You'd rather not have to make an order. So if you can make an arrangement, an agreement with your ex or their solicitor and get into the court and say, "Sir or Mum, we've managed to come to an agreement," the court's probably going to be really pleased with you. The judge will probably be all smiles and saying how pleased he or she is that you've come to an arrangement, and more likely to just rubber stamp it. So look, don't worry. It's not that bad, but I get it. If you're in for your kids or your finance, it can be absolutely terrifying.